welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Melanie, and today we're going to be talking about books I read because of hype. These books were really talked about years ago at the time of their release here on Booktube, and I decided to give them a try. Don't forget to subscribe for more bookish content, and let's just get right started. The first book I have on my list should come as absolutely no surprise, and it is Shatter Me by Dyer. I read this book so long ago. Now, for those of you who don't know, Shatter Me follows Juliet, who has fatal touch. Whoever she touches dies in an instant, and she is in a fight with the reestablishment because they want to use her as a weapon. This book is no longer a part of a trilogy, and now there are even more books. I really liked this book, and it really lived up to the hype at the time. But again, I really wish to read this now to see if my thoughts have changed. The next book I have on my list is a book that I haven't heard anything about in a while, and it is The Unbecoming of Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. And I actually never picked up the second or third book, even though I enjoyed this one so much. This book follows Dyer, as the title says, in her journey after waking up from an accident that all of her friends died in, and she was the only survivor, except that she cannot remember anything anymore, and now she's seeing things. It is a very creepy, suspenseful read. I remember I was reading the book and I would just have to put it down at times because it just freaked me out so much. The next book I have on my list is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and this one actually took me a while to pick up. It was very hyped about back in the day, but I feel Rainbow Rowell books never really died down from that hype, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Fangirl follows Kat, who is a new college student, and she has a twin sister called Ren, and they are both super fans of Simon Snow. They have written fan fiction, and they've gone to all of the book launches at midnight. Right when they go into college, Ren has decided that she does not want to be Kat's roommate. She wants to stop writing fan fiction altogether, and so now Kat is thrust into this whole new world of college by herself without the comfort of her twin sister. This book talks a lot about family relationships and new friendships and first love and mental health, and I just really loved the way the book was written. I think Kat as a character was really relatable, although frustrating at times, but it is definitely a book that is worth picking up if you haven't already. This one should really come as no surprise, and it is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Throne of Glass follows Selena Sardothian, who is an assassin, as she participates in this crazy competition against thieves and killers and warriors to win her freedom. I never picked up the second installment or anything that followed, so I really need to pick this one up because it's just a very exciting read. It's almost that sense of adventure and danger, and also the main character is very badass. Another book that I was really reluctant to pick up was Cinder by Marissa Mayer, and it is a Cinderella retelling. This book falls more under the spectrum of like futuristic sci-fi YA. The story is about a cyborg named Cinder who lives in a very futuristic world, and she resides in New Beijing, where there is a very serious plague going on. It's very deadly. It's killing thousands of people, and her life suddenly becomes intertwined with Prince Kai, and she finds herself in the midst of an intergalactic struggle that could result in war. But it was done so well. The book was so enjoyable. Although at times the book was predictable, it was a really thrilling ride to go in. I just had to include this one in the list because when I first read it, it broke my heart, and every time I think about it, it's just like, such an amazing book. And it is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. For those of you who don't know, but I think all of you do know, The Fault in Our Stars is about Hazel Green, who has a very terminal stage in cancer, and she has completely given up on life. She has absolutely no hope. Once she meets Augustus Waters in cancer support group, her entire life just takes a twist, and I think that's all you need to know. If for some reason you've been living under a rock and haven't read it, the way the book was written, the characters were so believable, and it was so happy and so endearing, but but then so sad. It makes for a very memorable reading experience. It's unforgettable. It really, really is. And the last book that I have on my list is Vampire Academy by Richelle Mir. Now, clearly, I read this because of the hype. Not only because it was very talked about on Booktube, but because the movie was coming out. In the world of Vampire Academy, we follow Lisa Dragomir, who is a vampire royal who has powers. And then Rose Hathaway, who is Lisa's guardian. And the story follows them as they go into the Vampire Academy, which is not actually called that. I can't remember what it's called. This was a book that I loved when I read. It really came out at the prime time of vampires and werewolves. Hopefully, someday, somehow, I'll be able to read the whole Vampire Academy series. Anything vampire related, give it to me. Those are all the books that I have for you guys today. Comment down below if you want to see a part 2, because I have many others that I actually read because of hype. Let me know all your thoughts if you have read any of these books. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below for more bookish content. I love you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys!